This is Colin Triplett with Mint Condition Fitness in Los Gatos, specializing in fitness over 42. And today we're going to be talking about the push-up fix. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is because for a lot of our ladies here, the push-up can be that one thing that they just really struggle with and that they would love to be able to do, but it takes some time to get it right. And now there are some men that have to work towards a push-up as well. And they can use these tools I'll be talking about today. But especially for women, it can be a really big milestone. And so I want to give you some ideas and some tools that you can use to start working towards getting that first push-up. To start, let's talk about what the goal is. Because you don't need to be able to do 100 push-ups. Really, what we want to see is that you can do one solid push-up from the floor. And so I'll show you what that looks like, and this can kind of be your benchmark. So we're going to get down. And you're going to start by laying on the ground. Hands are going to be right at your side. And the key is that you don't do this, right? You don't have this snake thing happening, but just everything moves together as one, okay? So give that a try just to kind of see where you're at. And then, if you're struggling with it or you aren't able to do it, now we're going to put in some pieces that may help to improve your push-up. So the first thing I want to talk about is mobility, because believe it or not, push-ups are not just about strength. So if you do not have good wrist mobility, if you do not have good elbow mobility, or shoulder mobility, those can really impact your ability to do a proper push-up. So first thing we're going to do is just some simple wrist circles. So with these, I just like thinking knuckles are pointed towards the wall, and then keeping the knuckles pointed towards the wall, I'm just creating a nice big circle. And what I'm effectively doing here is taking my wrist through a full range of motion, right? So if I'm up here, it's fully bent this way, right? If I'm down here, it's fully bent up and side to side, right? So your wrist should be able to go through all of those ranges of motion. And by improving range of motion in the wrist, you'll actually be in a more stable position in your push-up, therefore stronger. For the elbows, we'll do an elbow circle. So arm goes out to the side, thumb comes in, wraps around, opens up, and then hand comes over. So we'll just do a few that way. And then I'd also recommend going a few the other way. And again, we're just trying to open up the joints so that you're in a better position when you start. Because strength has a lot more to do with structure than it does muscular ability. If you're structurally unsound, your muscles are going to turn off. They aren't going to allow you to do a whole lot because your brain is going to think that you're going to injure yourself. So we do some elbow circles, we do some wrist circles. For the shoulder, I would do what's called a camshaft. So I'm really just moving my shoulder up, back, down, and forward, and creating a nice big circle with the shoulder. As you can see, my arm is not actually moving a whole lot. It's pretty much just staying in place, but the shoulder and shoulder blade are moving. So those are three just little mobility things that if you just do those right away, you'll start seeing a better push-up and you'll feel stronger in it, you'll feel more comfortable in it, and you'll notice that it's easier to do your push-ups. Once you have your mobility though, then strength does matter. The first and most important piece of strength that you need is core strength. And so before we even get into what you can do to strengthen your core, some people don't even realize that by just bracing abs and butt, you can be a lot stronger in a push-up. So if I'm here, and I get into my push-up position, and my whole lower body is just relaxed, right? I have to work really hard with my upper body, my arms, my shoulders to do everything. But if I can brace through the core, squeeze your butt, and then go down, those things are going to stabilize you so you have more strength up through the arms and through the shoulders. You don't have to work as hard. So just bracing can be really important. If you do want to do some core training, simple planks, side planks, things like that, right? So we're just holding here. Maybe you start doing some leg lifts, maybe some arm raises. All of those are really good core strengthening, and you're going to have to do those properly, you have to practice bracing abs and butt. So once you have your core strength, then you can start worrying about arm strength. If you don't have mobility and you don't have core strength, arm strength is really the last thing that we need to worry about. To help with your arm strength, I would recommend a few different things. One, the simplest, if you don't have a lot of equipment, is what I call push-up lowering. So, you get into your nice push-up position, and you're just going to control yourself going down. Just nice and slow. If you can take 5 seconds, that's great. Come all the way down, relax, and then push back up. What's great about these is that you should be able to control yourself most of the way down, if not all of the way down, even if you can't push yourself back up, but you're still strengthening the muscles through the right range of motion. If you do have some equipment, I would recommend doing either a single arm bench press or a single arm floor press. Since we don't have a bench right here, I'm going to show you the floor press. So with this one, you have your dumbbell. You're going to lay on your back, and dumbbell is going to be kind of at a 45-degree angle. You're just pressing straight up, coming back down. Press straight up, come back down. And what's great about the floor press is that it really forces you to engage the tricep in a functional way. So I'm not huge on like tricep extensions and these kickbacks and all that. That doesn't, yes, it can help a little bit, but I'd rather something like a floor press because then we're engaging it in helping with the motion that we're trying to get, right? A push-up ends here, it doesn't end here. So we're trying to be specific about what we're doing. So if you tie all those things together, right, you have mobility, you have core strength, and now you're building in arm strength. You start doing those over time, and you will find that the push-up gets better. The other thing I would recommend is that if you do have access to a gym, or you have access to at least a table or something, I don't want you spending a whole lot of time on the kneeling push-up, right? They're better than nothing, but it's just a very different movement, and if you can, so let's say, we use a bench here, but if I can just be a little bit elevated and do my push-up there, that's going to engage my full body, and now I'm practicing for a full push-up. I don't want to practice on my knees. So you always want to be as close to the actual movement as you can. So we tie all that together, you start putting those pieces together, and eventually you will be doing that push-up. And again, all we really want is that you do one push-up from the floor. Once you get that, then you can start doing as many push-ups as you want, but that really tells us that you're at the level of upper body strength and fitness that I would like to see for all of our ladies, and that's a big milestone. So work on that, and if you have any questions, please let us know. There's obviously a lot of other things you can do, but this is a really great starting point. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.